I need to get that sip. What's up, you guys? Your girl G here. All right, now I know you see me backing up. Don't you hate when people just see you and then act like you're not? Sure, just act like you're not there. Why not? Anyways, hey, your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. Just got done with some intense OT/PT. I feel really good today because I finally was able to get something accomplished that I've been wanting to do for a while, but unfortunately, insurance, y'all know how insurance is in this country. Don't be wanting to cover shite. And those of you who have been following my channel, you know, for a little bit or have been with your girl for a little while, you guys all know that I was in a car accident in 2013 that left me partially paralyzed from the neck down. And you know, I was able to do some therapy after for a few years, but then they stopped covering it. So your girl was literally just doing, you know, workouts and gym and everything on her own until I was able to get from, you know, a wheelchair to a walker to now a cane. And, you know, just through the grace of God, like, even though I'm only technically under OT, you know, it is still a push in the right direction of me, you know, being able to do some type of, you know, physical therapy in regards to just like my recovery, because I did go in for having hip pain, but the hip pain is in conjunction, you know, with my neurological damage. And so it's just like, I'm just excited to finally have something go right. And it's, you know, honestly, something that's going right kind of conveniently or just ironically at the same time is like, you know, when you tell yourself like, okay, you're going to do this, you're going to accomplish this, like write the shit that you want to get done in your life and then like start working towards it. And, you know, I've been working on a few things, you know, and it just seems like the universe is, you know, returning, you know, that good energy. So you guys, that's how universe work. You get back what you put in, but also it's just like the timing is just gonna happen. So nonetheless, you guys, your girl just got out of OT/PT, and I wanted to come and shoot this shit really fast, you know, just come and shoot this about a few things that happened this past few days that I really get a chance to talk to. And so yeah, let's not waste the time. Let's go ahead and get into it while I'm on the way back to the house. First things first, I just want to get into Mr. Iman Shumpert. Ain't it just tragic? Like the cute dudes, and like Iman, he like medium ugly, but still at the end of the day, he fine. And it's just like, it's always you find because that is just like dogs, like to listen to Iman quite literally go to court and tell court that he can't afford, he basically said that he only was gonna do $8,000 a month child support because he makes less than Teyana. And it's always real funny how when dudes be splitting up from women, y'all love talking about, oh, women do nothing but, you know, try to take men's money when they divorce them, It really be you dudes. It really be you dudes out here that be trying to scam the system. Iman, now you know good goddamn well, just because you make 50 and Teyana make 90, what she make ain't got shit to do with you. Like, it's always you dudes who want to like try to conjunction like what your baby mama is making, like what that has any consideration to do with what you owe like for child support. That's that same that Block tried to do with Candy. He felt basically Block really tried to justify not having to pay child support because Riley was good. And everybody really did try to get mad at Candy because she was like, nah, F that. Like, regardless of how much money I got, like, I'm owed what I'm owed. Not even just that, Riley's owed that, you know? I'm sure Candy would have put that away in, you know, like a trust or anything like that, you know? But it's just kind of crazy how some of these dudes really just, like, can convince themselves, like, you not a bad dad for doing that. For, like, really trying to, like, skim what you skim off the top, what you give your kids. Come on, Iman. Like, really? Really? And it didn't even have to be public. That's the funny part. This really didn't have to be public. But you made it that way because you wanted to be petty towards Teyana. Because Teyana really was trying to save your ass, okay? But see, what happens is when you try to do evil, Iman, you for some reason felt like the information that was gonna come out was gonna make Teyana look bad, and fate of events, or that's not what's happening. You the one who looked bad. We hearing about how you literally cut off. You started working on the house, but then the minute y'all stopped, working together or whatever, y'all stopped being together. All of a sudden now you can't pay the bills. Got electricity, getting cut off because you no longer want to pay on the part of the house that you was working on because it was your project that you started, as Teyana stated in that divorce or whatever. She was like, he was the one who started on that side of the house, and now he don't want to finish it. But then also too, allegedly, like, there was some money that was supposed to be kicked back to them, and that money was supposed to be used basically to cover what was, that contractor. And so that contractor was suing Teyana, and it's like, Teyana's like, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. And it's like, you dudes really just be doggers, like, for real. But nonetheless, honestly too, I think one thing men also need to learn about child support, they're always so stuck on like, oh, it don't take that much money to raise the kids. One, yes it does. And two, the money is not just for the fiscal part of raising the kids. You're paying for your absence, dodo bird. You're paying for the fact that she's having to pick up for your lack of energy with playing with the kids, picking up the kids, doing homework with the kids, putting the kids to bed. You're paying for your absence. She needs to be recuperated for the extra mental and emotional energy she's now having to pull from out of thin air, because like most women are, they're single mothers working. So it's like, y'all love to complain how single mothers act towards their kids, but y'all don't never want to create the environment for women to not be in that mode, to be better for their kids. Y'all play a part in that, but y'all gonna stay complaining about how the children turn out. It's the single mama's fault, but dudes ain't got nothing to do with this. She's so bad and she's so terrible, yet you're not going to court to go get your kids. Y'all don't believe none that y'all be saying about women, like, seriously, at all. Because if y'all really did, y'all would take action and start making all types of coalitions, dads for custody or what, y'all, all types of Facebook groups, all of that shit. Y'all don't be doing none of that. Just sit there and complain and say it's all women's fault, and then just sit there and just keep creating more single mother homes, i.e. Nick, out here just doing dumb shit like having 11 and 12 babies. But Iman, like, all of it's happening right on the cusp of Father's Day, because it happened literally like 2 days before Father's Day when Iman sent that shit to court talking about he only make 50 and Teyana make 90,000. Bitch, I do anything. Shit, $90,000 a month, yes sir, Bob, I will. $90,000 a month, yes ma'am. But yeah, like, you that doesn't take away from your responsibility, Iman. Like, it's so baffling. And you know what the problem is? There's always gonna be a around the corner that don't give a damn about how he acted with Teyana, or how he acted, is not showing up for his kids, and showing she gonna be right there ready to hop on and do a full split. For real. For real. And now I love the Shy. We on the 6th season of the Shy, and it's like Iman's character, I can't even look at Iman's character the same way no more, because it's like, I'm pissed off, Iman. Why, like, the black people was looking at you like we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you, and here you come with the shit. Like, here you come, just dumb. Iman, is not just the fiscal responsibility. Like, you're paying for the fact that you're not going to be there. But the thing is, unless these niggas want to say that they want their kids, they don't. Because, wait a minute, I can't have bitches coming over if I got to take care of my kids. I can't go pull up to the club if I got to go pull up to the pickup line, to go pick up my kids. I can't pull up, to old Sneaky Link's house. Or I can't pull up to my, to my Cuddy Buddy's house if I got to show up for my child's, game and practice. Like, that's how these dudes really think about it. It's like, well, if I have my kids, what I don't have is other bitches. And unfortunately, that's what is, you know, more important to a lot of these dudes out here. The plethora of dumbass women willing to, you know, ignore the Yelp reviews. Shout out to Erica De Niro, that will ignore the Yelp reviews to step right on up. Are you a clown? Step right on up. Take your pick. Take your shot. Like, it's just like, step right on up. Join the carnival of niggatry. Like, that's all it is. Y'all, if y'all wondering what this is behind me, it's just a box. Literally had to go pick up a new toilet today, so that's what I had to go do. So that's why that you see that big old brown thing back there. It's a new toilet. But yeah, Iman just disappointed. Teyana, I don't know. You know, ask Sierra if she got, you know, if Russell got some friends. If they don't hang around Russell, you don't want them. Like, if they don't hang around Russell, you don't want them. Okay? These dudes be out here salty that you be having a career for yourself. Teyana said it. She was like, he would get jealous. And when these dudes, especially for athletes, a lot of athletes don't talk about that depression that sets in when you finally stop playing sports. A lot of them get hella depressed because they don't have that adrenaline rush. They don't have that ego boost that comes with, you know, lights, camera, action, and people cheering for you. Why do you think Tom Brady, every time he said he was going to retire, went right back to playing? Giselle gave his ass one time. She said, yo, retire. We got kids to raise. And then retired. And then literally all of what? A month later, he said, nah, you know what? I'm going to go back in the game. He couldn't deal with what was happening at home. And he couldn't deal with himself. A lot of these dudes do not know how to be after sports. And that's why Giselle Bundchen, she cut it off. You ain't finna play with me like that. But yeah, you guys, so what y'all think about Iman trying to say that he can't afford, like, what he can afford for child support, and basically because Teyana make more than him, like, he shouldn't have to pay that, you know, that amount. But if you don't want to pay that much, how about get your kids? See, that's what dudes don't, that's where dudes really don't understand. If you want your child support low, how about you have your kids more? See, that's what they don't want to do, though. They don't want their kids more, though. You want to complain about child support and then complain about not seeing your kids, but then also you want to complain about not seeing them. All right, car. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, car, thank you. Yeah, just sit there and complain about money, and complain about not seeing them, but you don't want to get custody of them. You don't want to set up visitation. Just Negroes. But moving on. Really fast, y'all. I just wanted to touch on Kenya and RHOA just because I haven't really had a chance to talk about it. I did a little bit of it in my last video. But really, y'all, it's kind of given a setup. I'm gonna keep saying this. Anytime there's new girls, rookies, production always sets their ass up. That's how they get a lot of these girls. That's how Monica got caught up. That's how who that girl that came in hella strong on Real Housewives of Potomac, Deborah, your ass. That's you came in a little too strong, doing too much. Like the production, and I get it because Atlanta really is like in a scary place right now. Of like they need the ratings. They are trying to make season 16 be that girl, but it's coming at the expense of you, Brittany, because, you know, of course everyone would say that Kenya was out there doing revenge Pino. I don't think it was. Like, my intuition is telling me that Kenya found some pictures out already. We're on Google, on the online, we'll just put it that way. And that's the thing, if it's already public, it can't be revenge. You know, because it's all, like, it wasn't a private, personal thing. But because, you know, a lot of people have smoke for Kenya, it don't matter, you know, what's happening. They are going to, you know, drag her by her chinny chin. All right? But do you guys feel like, are you Team Twirl? Hey Rodney, what do you say? Hashtag free Kenya? Because I was on your live last night. He said hashtag free Kenya. I'm not really the biggest fan of Kenya, or like, I don't hate Kenya either. I think her antics are very much, you know, sometimes could get a bitch knocked out. I'll just put it that way. If you tamper with the right emotionally unstable bitch, Kenya definitely would have got popped, you know, by now. That cookie lady stuff, had it not been Tanya, had she done it with the right one, Kenya would have hushed, blocked, knocked the click off, okay? But, you know, overall, we know Kenya is known for, you know, her clapbacks, essentially. You know, it won't, don't start none, won't be none. And that is one thing I will be fair about with Kenya. It's don't start none, won't be none. But, you know, because of last season and that girl with Courtney, like, Kenya, as they said, wasn't activated last season because she said it. She was like, ain't no worthy opponent. Like, that girl Courtney wanted a problem with Kenya so damn bad. And, you know, it just was like, the fight would have made no sense. And the thing is, like, bitch, if we gonna beef, at least let this shit make sense, you know? And, you know, Kenya has been on reality TV for a long time. So she, you know, she you new to this. She true to this type situation. And that's why I think Brittany is about to get caught up because, you know, behind the scenes, production could be hyping her up like, yeah, Brittany, yeah, we gonna, you know, go for Kenya. What she did was wrong. Don't let her do nothing like that. Because come to find out, y'all, Brittany wasn't even at the salon, at Kenya's salon. So how you know what happened? Don't nobody know what happened. All we got right now is allegedly lees. Okay, allegedly. Shout out to is it Rodriguez? What's the name? I'm blanking right now. Ooh, Lord, I smoked too much. But yeah, it's like all y'all have right now is alleged. And so it's like for so much hate to already be happening with Kenya, it's just crazy. But the only thing we can do right now is just like wait. Like, we literally are only in the first month of filming. Like, really, that's it. So it's just kind of like, because we're only in the first month of filming, like, what? That's all you got, you know? So we just got to see how it plays out, you guys. If Kenya is suspended or what. Like, do y'all feel like Kenya deserves to be suspended? If they did suspend her, do y'all think the show would be able to keep going? Y'all drop down in the comments to let me know. But last but not least, y'all, let's get into the tea from TeaGIF, because baby, when I tell you the way Funky had me laughing when he said, what happened? He said, what happened? Al called Funky hotter than fish grease, as the old folks be saying. Hotter than fish grease, because basically for Al's birthday, they did a roast on TeaGIF. And okay, somebody dropped some and I'm about to hit it. Ooh, looked like there was a laptop in there. Somebody gonna be mad when they see that's get missing. But yeah, so they did a roast, but then the roast turned into a read, a slight read, and then at the end, bitch, it was dragation. All right, Armon had Al by the hair follicles. Okay, he had Al by the hair follicles. And the way Claudia was over there just, bitch, you knew Armon was finna cut up. You could tell on Claudia's face. Now for me, I was paying attention to Al's face from the moment of which it clicked, like to him it was like that switch where it happens, where it's like, oh, this ain't a roast. This bitch trying to do me. Like, this bitch trying to do me in. Like, oh, okay. Oh, what's that Denzel meme when it's like, oh, you niggas like, oh, I see what you're trying to do, Armon. But then it's like Armon, for me, that's where I really started to get to looking at Armon, because the type of stuff that Armon was saying in this, you know, roast/drag was hella personal. And it was very much hearsay, gossip, pillow talk. It was giving real, oh, you know, you run around, as he said, you know, you run around talking shit behind people's back. You know, you should have an award for how two-faced you are. Al single-handedly is trying to, you know, take the show. And it's like, Armon, like, you might want to back a little bit, because it's given you got to be used as a pawn. You were used as a pawn to try to take shots at Al, because it's given Claudia didn't want to be the one to do it. I'm sorry, and I rock with Claudia, I do. But I don't know, something in my gut is making me feel like Claudia put a battery in Armon's back, because they, you know, from what's been told behind the scenes, Al and Claudia have been having a little bit of heat for each other. But, you know, for Armon, I just think it's definitely, whoever told you that, oh, Al's trying to take the show, that's not fair, because, nigga, you just got here. Like, understand, like, you just got here. You don't even go here. Like Mean Girls, you don't even go here. But the show was already gonna tank regardless, because once Funky left, Funky took damn near half the viewership with him. And I'm really proud of Funky in the aspect of, like, you do understand, like, when you are at a corporation, a company, you gotta know your worth, and you gotta know, okay, what I'm bringing to the table here. And when Funky first left, you know, he did have a little spat with Claudia. He said, you know, Claudia fake ass on his live, and he said they made up. But I think, my personal opinion, that Claudia and Al got upset hearing that Funky was able to get out on his 6-month contract instead of having to finish out the year. Basically, they mad Funky was able to jump ship before they could. Whoever Funky agent is did a hella good job. But he explained it had nothing to do with, like, he didn't get fired. Tasha K with your old mess ass. Tasha K trying to find herself in the bunch, because she got to make her money up, because she still owed Cardi for all that lying she did. You know, so she trying to conjure up whatever drama. And she said, she talking about, oh, Funky got fired, and Claudia, she called, you know, and she don't like these F's. She's like, I agree with Claudia, I don't like these F's, you know, I can't say it right now. Like, oh, really? Oh, word? That's how you feel? Oh, okay. But it's just kind of like, Tasha, girl, shut your ass up before we get to talking shit about you. Like, you ain't even in this, girl. But, you know, Funky, when Al called, clearly Al got off the air. The minute they said cut, he called Funky. It was ready to go off. Funky said twice, Al, I'm on live. Well, I don't give a damn. You could see, they can hear this on live. And it was like, oh shit. Oh shit. Like, Funky face just said, what happened? But I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, you guys. Y'all feel like Armon is being used as a chess piece, or as the, you know, the guard dog for Claudia? Who do y'all think hyped Armon to go up against Al? You know, because I also did hear that, you know, Claudia was already, you know, working on other shows, and allegedly was, you know, going to be on shows that could be syndicated and all this type of shit like that, because she does have those type of connections from being in the industry. Like, I'm wondering, like, is Claudia trying to scapegoat Al, like, oh, he's the one trying to take the show, when really you are, so that way you can get out of your contract and go ahead and get to, you know, pushing on your other projects. Move, bitch. The green light is green. I would go. Bitch, you better go through. I swear to God. Thank you. I turned into a whole ludicrous for a second. God dang. But I like, it could be that Claudia's trying to scapegoat Al, like, for real. Because, you know, she said that allegedly that, you know, she don't want to do no more, you know, shows with you know, the gays, the girls, okay? She wants a different type of, you know, a setup, I guess. And it's just kind of like, girl, Claudia, I really hope that you do have something else lined up if that's what you're really trying to achieve. But the way Al, and then Lunel even came for Al just a little bit, just a touch. You know, she tried to, you know, tug on his edges a little bit, and it just kind of was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is up? The way everybody came for Al is making me feel like low-key Al is getting scapegoated. Now, it's not to say that Al is innocent by any means, but just the way that it's happening, it just seems very you know, it just seems very ironic, very, you know, coincidental, just very, you know, got me looking at y'all with my good eye, you know, like, I just can't understand what's happening behind the scenes that could be this bad. But, you know, Funky said, look, I'm gonna mind the business that pays me. I decided to leave, you know, that shit show over there, and I ain't gonna be in it. But Funky didn't go live though that next day. Funky knew the shit was gonna be something serious, and people was gonna be waiting for him to say, you know, I'm sure he's gonna get the, you know, the backstory of everything, of, you know, what's been happening behind the scenes ever since he's been gone. But we just got to see. We're gonna watch it play out, you guys. So y'all just drop down in the comments, who do y'all feel like is to blame for, you know, the current drama at TGIF? Do y'all feel like Claudia knew that Armon was finna get into L's ears on that roast? And do you guys feel like it's a little, you know, a little crazy that Armon knows all the tea when, nigga, you just got here? You just got to TGIF. How you know all the shit, you know? Who do y'all think is spilling the beans, or just, you know, talking shit with with Armon? But yeah, you guys, you know, TGIF is on hiatus. Y'all think they're gonna come back? But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all drop in the comments, let me know about the topics we, you know, discussed today. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch y'all hoes later. Deuces.